Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Oh, yeah. Woo. Hit it.
Hey.
Oh. Uh-huh. Let's go. All right, welcome back, everybody. Sports Concepts and Rationalizations coming your way right now. Live on Facebook.
Pretty cool. Pretty damn cool.
You're darn right it is. We'll kick it around here over the next few minutes. And then, Beef, at the end, we're going to give away a little prize pack. What do we got today?
Yeah, someone's going to get the hookup, Dan. Stay tuned for the end of the 10-minute drill. One lucky Guggen's going to take it from us, 2 satisfied customers. You're going to get free airport parking from usapark.net. Plus, you'll get a voucher to get in 18 holes in the cool air-conditioned comfort of the indoor simulator at Coastal Indoor Golf. That comes with TrackMan and a beer on us.
All right, here we go. A couple things. Jaguars start training camp this morning, so heavy Jaguar. Our friend D-Rock has penned an article over there at ESPN asking some questions and looking at some of the closer issues. What is the offense going to look like with John DeFilippo and quarterback Nick Foles? Good question. We know he had better playmakers in Philly than he has here. Are the Jaguars going to go downfield, maybe take some more deep shots than they did with the last guy who, didn't do so well with that? I would think so. This is a fun listen, the Jags are thrilled to have Nick Foles. Nick Foles should be thrilled to have the Jags, too. This is his team. Do with it what you will, my friend. Become the leader. This is your mark. Stamp it. Legitimate expectations for running back Leonard Fournette. Great question. Great question. Expecting Fournette to rush for 1,200-plus yards while playing every game is unrealistic, says Mike. He's missed 11 games in 2 seasons because of injury or suspension, and his average is just 3.7 yards per carry. Well, I'll take 1,000 yards. I'll take better than the average, and I'll take double-digit touchdowns, and I'll take 50 catches too.
It's a parlay.
That's a great one to kick around because, even that may seem unrealistic, but we shall see. Jags pass rush small step backwards last season. Can it return with Josh Allen taking some pressure off Yannick Ngakoue? They went from 55 sacks 2 years ago and a quarterback pressure rate of 33.7 to 37 sacks and 28% pressure rate. Ngakoue was consistently around the quarterback, but he didn't finish as well as he did in 2017. Calais Campbell still managed to lead the team in sacks with 10.5. The good thing about Josh Allen is he's a little bit older, and he had played 4 years at Kentucky, so maybe he can step in more so. But if we take a look at rookies who are supposed to attack the quarterback, they generally don't get 15 sacks their first year.
No, it takes a year or two to kind of build into that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't expect a lot from a rookie pass rusher. It rarely delivers.
Last thing D-Rock talks about is the Jags cut Church, Gibson, Malik. Which of these losses will have the biggest impact? Well, that's Gibson. They loved Gibson down there.
I think that was the only one that felt like a poison pill, right?
Malik, being around Malik a lot last year for the TV side, it was a physical beatdown for him. He hit the wall early and never was able to recover. And that happens sometimes.
I remember Malik, too. I'm not trying to take a shot at Malik because he was great.
He was great for you, but he wasn't great last year.
Going into last year, remember, he lost a bunch of weight trying to be a little leaner. I think that ended up backfiring on him.
May have. Gibson held Gronk to 2 catches for 15 yards. Zach Ertz to 4 catches for 26 yards. Jared Wilson takes his place. Ronnie Harrison, we need him to be a baller as well. So those are good questions that D-Rock has pointed out here as we get ready for training camp. Other news, Taylor Lewan suspended 4 games by the NFL.
Hate to see it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of those games right here in Jacksonville, FLA.
Damn.
Son of a gun. That's a shame.
That's unfortunate. You like to go up against the best, Dan.
Yeah, you do. You want to beat them at full strength, don't
You'd
you?
hate having this wave of pass rushers and no starting tackle there to try and stop them.
I said this on TV. I said this on I said this on TV last night too, Beef. I'm trying to come to grips with this. The Yulee Bulldozer, we had a little story on him because he did a shopping spree up in Nashville for some kids. What a good dude, right?
Yes.
Talking about Derrick Henry.
Other than that one night where he's very rude to us.
Well, and that's the thing. I voted for him for the Heisman Trophy. I've covered him since he was in high school. He's a good kid, man. He's a hard worker, deserves everything he got. But I can't get past the 99-yard run now.
We'll never get over it.
He's like an enemy to me now.
Enemy of the state now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Derek. I'm sorry. I'm not a better person.
Benedict Henry.
Yeah. It's not his fault. I mean, good for him. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
I mean, if he was a real Jag fan, he would have tanked it that night.
He's not. So, yeah. Other things happen. Listen, the trade deadline counting down. It looks like your team wants to get involved here. Big time. The Chubs, who got a win in San Francisco yesterday, in case you missed it.
You know how people like to throw this phrase around about wins, like had to have it?
Uh-huh.
They needed that.
Yeah.
Because they've struggled on the road, and if they'd have gotten swept in San Francisco, then hopped on a plane to Milwaukee, I'd be feeling real bad.
Yeah.
Right now. Is it Milwaukee, Dan?
I don't think it's Milwaukee. I don't think that's how you say it.
Actually, it's pronounced Milwaukee,
okay.
Which is Algonquin for the good land.
Thank you, Alice.
Somewhere last night, my buddy, our friend Jeff Prosser, his blood pressure and angst is rising as the Kansas City Royals came into the ATL and took 2 straight from his beloved Braves. And his beloved Braves, with the greatest lineup that he's ever had, he says, got shut out.
Did Jeff go up there and, break a mirror and walk under a ladder?
I don't know.
At his time at SunTrust Park?
I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to catch the Atlanta Braves in the East. But the Washington Nationals have a little bit of grit, at least, about them. You know, unlike my Metropolitans, I've seen a little bit of something from the Nats, who
I suggest we adopt the term grit.
Who swept a doubleheader from the Rockies yesterday. And I think they're within 4 games now of the Atlanta Braves. So I think Atlanta will be fine. I haven't heard a lot about the kid there lately, so he must be slowing down his production, the one that Jeff wanted to give the MVP and call him Babe Ruth. What's his name, Beef? The big kid who hits for him? Riley.
Yes.
I haven't heard much from him about him lately, so maybe he's slowed down.
The latest and greatest.
The Angels took 2 from the Dodgers, so that's kind of interesting. And then it's
the first time the Angels have swept that series.
Freeway series, is that what they call it? Yeah. And then the Yankees and Twins hit 20 home runs in their 3-game sets.
Is that a lot?
I guess it's like 4th most ever in a 3-game set. And Gleyber Torres, you know who he is, right?
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it.
Who's he? Who had him?
He was a Cubs prospect, Dan.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to be bitter about it because
you won.
They traded him for Aroldis Chapman, which directly led to the World Series.
Yes. And you can't be, but just so you know, he's the first Yankee.
Gleyber Torres is a stud.
Under the age of 22, so he's young, to have 2 seasons of 20 home runs or more. Only 2 other Yankees have ever done that in the history of the Yankees. And their names, Mantle and DiMaggio.
Yeah. They knew when they traded him.
Oh, boy.
That they were renting Aroldis Chapman for half a season and
Yeah.
giving up an absolute blue chipper to do it.
Yeah. But it worked.
You had to go all in.
You had to go all in. So, yeah, it worked. All right, let's do this. Doc Kevin Murphy on the other side.
On the other side?
Okay, so we'll
But in
chat,
the meantime.
chat with him. In the meantime, let's go caller number 4.
Yeah.
641-1010, number 4, in honor of Thursday, the 4th day of our work week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursday. So look for caller number 5 tomorrow if you're playing the odds. But 641-1010. And Beef, as we go to break, tell them what they're going to win.
Dan, caller number 4 right now at 641-1010 is going to take home some complimentary airport parking from our friends at usapark.net. And they'll head to Coastal Indoor Golf, where they can play just about any golf course on earth indoors in the cool comfort on the 18-hole simulator. That will include TrackMan and a beer on us. We'll take caller number 4 right now, 641-1010.